Here it is, you guys. Yeah, guys, it's time to go. This has been an awesome car. I've had it since I was 18. Okay guys, in this video you guys will see me replace a radiator fan assembly on a 2011 Chevy Impala. Very straightforward job. My friend was having overheating issues. Before this, I went ahead and pressure tested the system and we made sure the coolant was topped off, and he was still having overheating issues. Come to find out, it was the fan assembly. So we went ahead, order a new one. $100 to $130 you'll spend on Rock Auto for a new fan assembly. I did call Firestone for a for a quote, and they said it was $100 to replace the radiator fan assembly. With that said, I asked what was labor of that $800, and they said $400 in labor. So I don't know if they're trying to upcharge almost $300 on one part, or if there's something more that they do. But you can literally save $600 to $700 into your own pocket by doing it yourself. Just order the fan assembly off of Rock Auto and replace it. So I do hope this video does help some of you guys out there. Like, subscribe, share. Get the tools, do it yourself. And I hope this video helps you guys. Thank you. Alright guys, here we have a 2011 Impala. It's having overheating issues. We believe that it's a fan problem. I've already started working on this. The fan assembly is ready to come out. I didn't record it, but I could go over it. There is this mount that sits right here, and this comes all the way across, and there's a bolt that goes through it. I removed the 3 bolts here. I think it was 15s and a 12, and over here was a 15mm bolt and nut. So this comes out, put that down, unplug the fan, both sides. You'll undo all the harness. I had to cut the clips because I couldn't get them off and everything's super brittle. Arizona problems in this heat. But I went ahead, the harness is completely freed up. And there's 3 bolts under here. There's a bolt here. There is another bolt here, 10mm. Another bolt here, another 10mm. And then I'll show you on the replacement one. And then there's a bolt here and here as well. And then, as you can see, unplug the sensor. You gotta pull the tab back and then push it off, or pull it off. And then, yeah, all the clips for the wiring harness, and that's it. So now the fan is going to come off, the fan assembly. I wasn't gonna do a video, but this is so easy. I can only imagine what shops charge, which at the beginning of this video there'll be the clip of what shops charge. And right now at this point I haven't called, but I'm going to go ahead and continue. So I'm gonna pull off the radiator mounting tabs, or the fan tabs, the fan mounts, whatever you want to call them. But now this guy's ready to come out. So let me set up the camera and pull the fan out. right, I was getting my tail kicked on trying to get this out. The way you have to do it, you have to shove it towards the passenger side and lift the driver's side up. So you will push against this hose pretty good. If you can get this guy underneath the hose, that will give you the space that you need to pull it out towards the right side. But I'll show you guys how to put it back in, and hopefully it goes a little smoother. Let's see how this goes. Underneath, like a glove. Okay, I zip tied the wiring out of the way. The fans are all plugged back in. The two fans are plugged back in. Oops, crunch that again. And this harness is right up here. This clip I was able to save. There's supposed to be another one right there, but there's not. That should be good. If anything, I'll put another zip tie right here through this hole. There's supposed to be this bracket right there, but it looks like this piece broke off of this, and it didn't break with us, so Rock Auto failed there, it seems. But now it's gonna be, and also I didn't mention I had to remove this mount as well to get the fan shroud out, fan assembly out, whichever you prefer to call this. Now we have to put a pry bar here, which I don't have one. I have to figure out something and bring the motor back. So this is gonna be lovely. This will be the biggest pain. But this mount goes to the middle right there. That's how that goes. Just like that. So now we're gonna go ahead and try to do this. This is gonna be the hardest part. Don't forget to take this guy off out of the way so you don't break it, because you got to get right into here. But I don't know how well this is gonna go. This is gonna be the hardest part. It is a pain also to remove this one, but it has to get done. And now we got to try to have a ball blowout trying to get this thing to pry back towards the fan. Oh shit. Well, this is how not to do it. You're supposed to put a pry bar here. This isn't a pry bar, but this is all I had, and be able to pull it towards you, and you're able to crank the motor towards you, which will help you line up these mounts. We had to improvise, and this is how we ended up doing it. Right behind the alternator. So I pull back on this. I would put these are I forget, tie rod tools or ball joint tools, I can't remember, but these guys, I would put one in, pull back, slip the other one in further, and I would keep going back and forth until I was able to line up this one. So I kept going back and forth with that. The firewall is a-okay. Take a look at it. For those of you guys that say I destroyed the firewall, there's no damage on the firewall. And so after we got these bolts in, I kept those in there just to kind of keep it nice and tight. And then I put my breaker bar right here and I pulled back. And you're gonna need another set of hands to help line up this mount. But wow, it's done and it is together, and hopefully you have a bigger and better pry bar to where you don't have to do that on the alternator. Really don't recommend it, but sometimes we do what we have to do. Let's put this cover back on. And it is a pretty straightforward job besides those stupid mounts. This guy goes back on. And now we're gonna go ahead and start it up. Let it warm up. Oh, I gotta zip tie this real quick. But it's a pretty simple job besides these mounts. Hopefully you're a strong human being or a baby Hulk that can pry those back, or you have a humongous pry bar, and that'll help. But we're gonna go ahead and get started and make sure the fans are working now, and hopefully this is going to stop the overheating issue. Super simple job, guys. Well guys, switching out that fan assembly worked on his car. When he brought it to me, he was having overheating issues driving through the city. And when I went to try to figure out what the problem was, we bled the coolant, made sure it's topped off, and come to find out, it seemed like one of the fans wasn't turning on, and sure enough, it was not turning on. So I told him, let's replace the fans and see if that works. It might just be the fan motor, and sure enough, that was the issue. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. Like, subscribe, share. Get the tools, do it yourself, save money into your own pocket. Thanks, guys.